we go. Welcome to the Ninja Habits Daily Huddle. Today is Wednesday, and so we are going to be diving deeper into one of our Ninja Weekly habits. So we are going to get started right away today on our gratitudes, affirmations, our showing up and planning our day, writing our 2 note cards, and reviewing our hot and warm list, our 5 Ninja habits. So as you're entering this morning, please take a moment and share something you're grateful for today. Sunshine, I love that, Carla. One thing I'm grateful for today is last night my husband and I were trying to take a moment to enjoy a moment in the hot tub to relax after just a long day. And we're looking out in the backyard, and he's like, "Is that a skunk out there?" Because we get skunks sometimes, and I guess it's mating season for skunks. Didn't know that was even like a thing like this time of year. But anyway, and we just keep watching. I'm like, "Look, it's going over there. It's going over there." And then it gets closer to where we are, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's not a skunk. It has a tail like a cat. And we realize it's my daughter's cat. It has escaped. And I'm like, oh gosh. So here I am jumping out, going to get my daughter. Your cat's escaped. By the time she got out there, we can't find him. He's gone. And she's a mess. She's crying. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, we need to find this cat. I am not going to go through a night of crying and sobbing for the cat. Um, the good news is, and what I'm grateful for, is we found him. And he is home safe and sound. It only took us about 5 minutes or so. But I'm grateful for that because it could have been a lot worse. But yeah, watch out for those skunks when you're out. Yay, Lettuce. I know. The cat's name is Lettuce, for those of you who don't know. Weird name. The ability to be able to attend my daughter's soccer practice yesterday. Awesome, Brent. I love that. Yeah, Lettuce is back home, and we are going to be training Lettuce to not go outside. I don't know what his deal is. He just, every time you open the door, it's like he just wants to escape. I don't get it.
I
But
would love to have seen a video of you guys walking up and down the street yelling, lettuce, lettuce. That would have been
add
amazing.
add to that like a big spotlight that we were shining everywhere, and our neighbors looking out like, what are they doing? But I didn't care. You guys know it doesn't matter how old your kids are. You never
Dripping
want to see
wet.
them sad.
I
You
have to add dripping wet.
Well, I did come in and put clothes on because I was like, I am not running around in my bathing suit. But yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And what's so funny is my husband literally just stayed in the hot tub. He literally did not get out. He was like, I just said a prayer for you guys. I was like, they don't need me. Then he finally got out. We finally get the cat coming towards the back door to get him in. And he did help us wrangle him at the very end. So thanks, honey. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate it. But yes, any tips on training a cat to not run outside? I'm open. Please share. Please share. Oh gosh, what else are you guys grateful for this morning? Go ahead and put that in the chat if you're just joining us. We're sharing what we're grateful for. And I'd love to hear what you woke up with this morning with gratefulness in your heart. Welcome, welcome, everybody. And just a reminder today, I am going to be moving through things a little quicker today because we do have, I do want to make sure we have the last 15 minutes for me to go over our real estate review information, and just kind of bring you some more information. It's going to be a little different than we did last time. So you're grateful for feeling energized. You know, Nancy, I woke up this morning at 5:30. I just woke up, and I agree. Like, I feel energized today. That never happens to me, by the way. Not the energized part, but like the waking up at 5:30 without an alarm part and feeling awake. So that is something to be grateful for today. Awesome. We're going to move on to our affirmations. So if you haven't started already, start writing your affirmations out for today. And if you're just joining us, feel free to put a gratitude in the chat. So, in thinking about the cat situation, do any of you guys have your animals chipped? I'm curious because I think my daughter said she did have him chipped, and I was like, well, can't you just like go on a nap and find him? Am I like, I don't have, um, well, I guess one dog we have is
Yes,
chipped.
you can, but it costs like 35 or 40 bucks a month to
Oh, really?
track. Yeah.
Interesting.
Our dog was chipped when we picked him up from the pound pretty much, and that's how we find him when he's gotten out. They've actually called us like, "Hey, your dog's down the street with the neighbor." So, and it didn't cost us anything, probably because we had it done, or it was automatically, he was automatically chipped when we picked him up from the
Interesting.
pound. Yep.
Well, she thought that he's chipped because when she got him, I think the vet that she had him neutered at chipped him, and I said, you really need to find out that information because that would be good to know right now. Like his little GPS on him would be nice. But and then we got a dog from somebody, and I have the chip number, but I have no idea what you would do with that. Like, luckily the dogs don't run away. Terry, I'm
That,
grateful. It's been, what's that? Did somebody say something? Okay, maybe it was an accident. I'm grateful I got to spend time with my son last night, looked at a house, and then went to dinner. Sounds like a lovely day. An air tag, yeah, that's another thing. That's a good point. Well, I'm going to keep moving us along today. So, as you are finishing up your affirmations, go ahead and write your 2 note cards. In honor of Valentine's Day, I am using my Valentine's Day cards and a red envelope, just for fun. So I wonder if they make like, do they make collars that you can put the AirTag in? I bet they do. Yeah, I figured they would. Jody, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I thought chips were more for if they are found, or they can get checked chip to call you. I don't know, maybe. I'm really not sure, Carla. Oh, the vet, okay. Hopefully we never have to worry about it again.
Hey Alicia, it's Jody.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for asking. We're doing well. We have our appointment today at 10 at the funeral home to get arrangements made. But everyone's doing well. Thank you so much for asking. But I wanted to hop on here because, yes, you can actually buy a cat collar. It's one of those breakaway collars that you can put an air tag in. And you can get it for like $30, $40.
Okay, maybe we'll do that. I love that idea. And then you can just track it on your phone anytime. So. And he even has a bell on. Like, I didn't hear anything. He's stealth, that little guy. I'll tell you. I'm mostly a dog person. I've owned one cat in my life, but she was really like a dog cat. So it was not like a normal cat. She was not like a normal cat at all. So I skipped to note cards, but I meant to say plan your day. Sorry, guys. So plan our day and get your note cards. How about that? We'll do both at the same time. Oh, great, Jody. Thank you for sharing that. So what do you guys got planned today? Anybody have any good appointments happening today? I have a couple of Zoom calls today. I actually need to check tomorrow. What time is I should be okay. Yeah, I should be good with our appointment tomorrow. I do have an early appointment tomorrow. They're having a local event called the Rebel event here. And they're having a lady that's coming to speak who's big on like social media and marketing and stuff. So I think her name's Glenda. I don't know if you guys ever heard of her. I don't remember her last name. But it's a little distance, so I just wanted to make sure I have time tomorrow morning to be with you guys. But I do, so we're good. Yeah, Glenda Baker. That's her. Yeah. Is anybody else going here locally? So one of the lenders here does a great job of putting together those type of events, but this is the first time that they've done it. Terry, it's going to be it's in Marysville, but you have to have a ticket. You do have to pay to go. Karen and Terry, if you reach out to Ryan Miracle, you can potentially get some tickets. So they have, some of the vendors have extra tickets. Mark and I got the VIP tickets, so we will be spending like the whole day there. And then I think there's like 30 of us that are having some kind of meal with her. So I'm super stoked about it. And I'll let you guys know. I'm going to take tons of pictures. I even ordered a star shirt to wear because she's really into stars. Yeah, definitely reach out to Ryan. If you just search Miracle Loan, I think he's on Instagram. You can message him and I will text him and tell him that you guys are trying to get tickets to see if he has any more. So, yeah, definitely. I'm going to try to get my pics with her. I'm so excited about it. I'm writing this down real quick so I don't forget to text him about you guys. And if anybody else is local and wants to see if they have any more. I know he called me. He's like, are you still using both your tickets? I was like, oh yeah, we're both going. Not giving my Dexter ticket away. So I'm excited about that tomorrow. But today, yeah, just I'm finally caught up on everything, feeling good. Just getting some final things done here today. Glenda Baker. Yeah, that's probably her. Yep. Is she from Atlanta? I don't know. Okay, yep, that's her. Yep. Well, guys, write your 2 personal note cards. Yeah, she is funny. It's funny because I booked this and I didn't tell my husband. I said, hey, we're going to this. And he goes, I was just in a training with that lady. It was awesome. And I was like, well, I guess we're going to get some more training. Doesn't hurt to hear it again, right? So also review your hot and warm list. We kind of got off topic there, but what is your one thing you guys are going to get done today? Make sure you select your one thing. I am going to schedule my tax appointment. You guys have motivated me. I'm gonna schedule my tax appointment today so I can get a deadline to get that done. That is definitely getting done today. All right. Well, while you guys are kind of finishing up those daily activities, I'm going to take some time just to highlight the real estate review and just have a little bit a different way to share this with you this time. But the real estate review, we're going to talk about preparation and kind of like the different steps. I think I might have put these out of order. Whoops, that's okay. I will go back and do that. But anyway, step one with the real estate review. The real estate review is about providing value, not making a pitch. So this is the biggest thing that I see with people is they think that real estate reviews are the same as like listing presentations, or my goal is to walk away with convincing them it's time to sell or anything like that. That is not the case. This is literally just a way to provide value to your sphere, to your clients, to people you come in contact with. So you want to gather key data about their property, just some MLS details, public record, maybe print out some neighborhood trends. You can use things like your MLS data. You can use like programs if you have a program like Focus First. There's also another one that I haven't had the chance to dig in deeper to it, but it's called ReVenture. It's an app that you can get that gives you data about certain areas. So you can use something like that and just something simple to put together just to give them an update. You might want to include some comparable sales and appreciation charts. This isn't a full-blown like CMA though. Don't overthink it. It's just really looking from like, a higher perspective, not drilling down too much on exactly what their home is worth. I think that when you have that appointment, if they want to know, if they're like, oh, well, is this what you think my home would sell for right now? That's a different conversation, right? That would be transitioning them to, well, no, this is just a general market update, but I'm more than happy to dig deeper. Why do you ask? Are they looking to refinance? Are they looking to do some different types of updates to their home or add on and they just want to know? Or are they really considering making a move in the next year or so? So that's where you can kind of go deeper and provide them a more in-depth, CMA if it comes to that point. So step 2 is scheduling the meeting. So what you want to do is you want to pull all this data before you even call them, because the key is that you're not asking them, you're not telling them either, but you're just providing value without them even having to tell you they want it, right? So it's about helping them make informed decisions. So you're going to contact them to set up a face-to-face meeting. So these are kind of I would say face-to-face is always the top thing like you want to do, but if you aren't able to do that, I would say virtual would be next, and then phone would be next, and then emailing or mailing it would be last. So that's kind of the order, because the success of the meeting is really geared around making that connection. And we all know connections are made better face-to-face, right? It's made better belly to belly. So that's your goal, is to do that. And that may look like, just calling them up and saying, hey, and a good way to start this is look at when they bought it. If it's a past client, look at when they purchased from you, and the month that they purchased, make that the month you do the real estate review. So you could call them and say, hey, it's been 2 years this month. I just wanted to provide you just a quick review of your market value. I'd love to meet with you for coffee, catch up, see how the family's doing or whatever. Do you have time this Friday? I have this ready to go. Love to give it to you. And see if they're open to that. If they're not open to that, then, or if they're busy or life, is happening, then you can say, well, I can definitely do this on a Zoom call. Would that be more convenient for you? And if that doesn't work and they're really lifing right now and they're just like, I can't even pull my head above water, then say, no worries. I'll just send it in the mail or email it over to you. Which do you prefer? Don't ever make it a point of like you're trying to close them on this. That's not the point. You really want to make it easy for them to receive it. But obviously you want to try to work towards meeting with them in person. And even if they can't meet in person right then, you could always send it to them and say, hey, we can always meet another time. I still want to catch up with you, right? So that's kind of what you want to do. And then hopefully when you provide that to them, the next time you reach out about it, they're going to remember that was like a low key pressure thing. I don't have to worry about them trying to like sell me on anything, and they'll be more apt to let you meet with them in the future. Or it may spark them to ask some more questions. So you want to frame the review as just a valuable service. It is not a sales pitch. It's not you trying to come in and like list their home. Okay. So step 3, now you're on the meeting. Like you've got the meeting, you've prepared it, you've got the meeting. Now you're going to start with FORD. FORD is an acronym, and you'll see it right down here, for Family, Occupation, Recreation, and Dreams. So for those of you who have a hard time with the gift of gab, which I know most realtors don't, but there are people who still are like, I'm not sure what to say. This is what you want to do. You want to try to if there gets to be a space that's a little awkward, or like, in the beginning when you're kind of catching up, this is what you do. You just say, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. So what's going on with the family? How are you? If they don't really have a family or they're single, you can say, how's life treating you? Or how's work going? Any changes in your work? You got any promotions? Or you going for something different? Whatever, just have those conversations. The one thing I think, I'm not as good at this, so I'm just kind of putting myself out there. I am not good at asking them about their future, which is what recreations and dreams are about. You really want to ask them about future plans. Like, so what do you see? Where do you see yourself in a year or two from now? Like, what do you think is going to be different, or things like that? Because those questions will help you determine any changes coming up in their life. They may tell you, oh, well, I've been seeing someone for a while and we're looking to get engaged. You can be like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. And you're making that mental note so that you can update your warm and hot list, because if they're getting engaged in the next year, chances are, guess what? They might be making a move. So you need to kind of up your contact with that person. So you just want to look at this as a way to get the temperature, gauge where they're at, gauge where there might be areas that you can help them. Another great question that you can ask them is, what's the biggest challenge right now you're having that I could potentially help you with, or connect you with someone who can help you overcome that? This is a great question to ask them, because now you're getting into, maybe they didn't think of sharing something with you, but now they're like, you know what? Since you mentioned it, I'm thinking of renovating my basement and I don't know who to call, or whatever. And it gives you that chance to add even more value by helping them with something that they didn't even anticipate that you could do, or that you could help them with. So as you're doing that, you're going to catch up for maybe 5-10 minutes. And then really, this can all go down in like 15-20 minutes if you're really not a gabber. If you're like me, you might be there an hour, but that's okay. But you could get this done. You can build some rapport, talk a little bit, and then you transition into the review. Just say, well, I'm so glad you were able to come with me today. I just wanted to give you this review. I'm just going to go over real quick, highlight some things, but then just to let you know that I think it's important that you stay up to date with the value of your property, what's happening in your area. This would be also a great time. Those of you who know, and especially in Columbus, we have a lot of new growth happening. And although we know about that, a lot of our clients don't. So look at people who live in those areas and look at that as an opportunity to do a real estate review. And then during that review, you can share, hey, did you know that such and such battery company is being built in your backyard? This is a really great thing for your property value, or demand in your area is going up. Or did you know that they're now building new builds out in XYZ? And so it's a great way to just have those conversations and kind of keep them on top of what's happening in their particular area. So we just started talking about this, but you're going to share the insights, current property values, any trends, market trends that you're seeing, any opportunities for home improvement or refinancing. This is a great time to say, hey, have you looked at refinancing? I don't think that's really a conversation we're all having right now. The conversation that we seem to be having is, hey, have you checked your property insurance lately to see if you can do better? Because property insurance has just skyrocketed in certain areas. And so things like that, ways that you can even help them save money. What a great value. You can have somebody walk away with a free cup of coffee and money in their pocket from the advice that you give them. So different things that you can just educate them on. And then you can listen to them and see what's kind of important to them at that moment and share and help them. I think we all know more than what we give ourselves credit for. And it's really the simple things that people need help with. We don't need to overcomplicate that. But what this does is it's positioning you as a trusted advisor. So as you're sitting with them, yeah, you're giving them the real estate review, but what we really want them to see is that I'm a resource for you. I'm a person that you can reach out to about anything pertaining to real estate. And maybe you even drop to them like, have you ever considered investing? Or have you ever thought of this? I don't know how many times I have heard agents say they lost clients because they started investing and they didn't know their agent did that. So like, let people know what you do. And before you leave, you can ask them for referrals if you want. But I'm not a person who asks for referrals, like literally. It will just be me saying, hey, just so you know, here's some other areas that I help people in. So if you ever know anyone that needs similar, help or wants value added to them, I do this for no charge. It's my pleasure to serve people. So these are some areas. Maybe share a story of how you helped someone recently. Like one story I share a lot is a lady who inherited a home that was literally in shambles. And she was overwhelmed because she was grieving the death of her loved one, in addition to having to handle this home that was literally left like a hoarder. It was just horrible. And we literally, because she called us, she was literally getting ready to go on depression medication. She was in a horrible spot mentally. And we were able to connect her with an auction house here locally that came in, took over the situation, took care of all the stuff. And it was like within a week, her whole life switched. And she was like, I can't believe that was so. And I said, yeah, well, you don't know what you don't know, right? So take it as an opportunity to share how you added value to someone and how it turned out. Tell a story, right? So, and then you can always ask, do you know anyone who would like a similar review for their home? Or somebody who's making improvements? That to me is a better way to ask for a quote referral, is by offering that service extended out to their SOI, to their people. And if they trust you and they know you're not going to be one of those hard salespeople, they'll be happy to share that with you. So don't forget, guys, we are growing. We would love to have more people join us. Just a second, somebody's just coming in. So feel free to share. I'm going to put this this link in. If you know anybody that you want to invite to the call, we would love to have them. I lost my screen. So I was going to bring it back up, but I don't know. I think it totally went away. That's okay. So definitely invite them. And what I will also say today is you got your Ninja Day done. It's not even 8 o'clock. Wow, we got through that pretty quick. So you got your Ninja Day done today. How are you guys feeling? Was that good? Did that help get you charged to do a real estate review? Are you going to add it to your list this week? Did someone come to mind maybe while I was talking that you're like, you know what? I'm going to do one for this person. I sure hope so. Good, good. I'm glad that was good for you guys. Yay. I would love to hear the stories of how the real estate reviews are going for you guys, what kind of feedback you're getting from people. And this is the perfect time to do it, right? Right before spring, right before a lot of people are thinking about this type of thing. You're kind of hitting them right in that sweet spot. So that's wonderful. Well, everybody, I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. We'll be back here tomorrow morning at 7:30 to do our Ninja together. And everybody have a great one. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for showing up for yourself.